warm greetings to you all. My name is Gautam and I belong to the Department of English at Tirthananada College. I am handling the paper English for Communication. This paper is designed to build you, help you and sharpen your communication skills, which is not only important for your academic success but also vital for your personal as well as professional growth. Today, in this session, we are going to see W.H. Newman's definition of communication, kinds of communication, process of communication, and basic communication styles. Moving on to the first topic, definition of communication. Firstly, what does it mean, communication? The word communication comes from the Latin word communicare, which means to share or impart. According to W.H. Newman, W.H. Newman is a 20th century famous figure who has contributed enormous number of books in soft skill as well as communication theories. According to him, communication is a process of exchanging ideas, thoughts and information between individuals. Individuals means one or two persons. For example, face-to-face communication. Okay. In face-to-face communication, where one person shares their feelings and emotions and the other person listens and responds, exchanging their process of information. Then, moving on to the foundations of communication. Personal relationships, professional success, social interactions. These three things are foundations of communication. Firstly, what does it mean? Foundation. Foundation means principles, basic principles of communications. These three things are personal relationships, professional success, social interactions. These three things are basic principles of communication. Firstly, personal relationships, like the bond we share with our family and friends, and through understanding and emotions, and so professional success, like the growth in career through soft skills and teamwork, and the way we talk with people in society reflects social interactions. These three things, personal relationships, professional success and social interactions, are interdependent to each other, and it is considered as a communication principles of communication. Moving on to the second topic, kinds of communication. There are two basic kinds of communication: verbal communication, non-verbal communication. Firstly, verbal communication. Verbal communication means sharing an idea by using words. For example, group discussions. It can be spoken like talking, or written like letters, pamphlets, notices, or whatever it is. These verbal communications are divided into two types: oral communication, written communication. Firstly, oral communication. Oral communication means an interaction between two people or two groups through speech. For example, group discussions. In group discussion, there are cluster of people sharing their words together. And in written communication is a communication between two groups or two peoples through written form. For example, letters, emails, reports, notices, pamphlets, or whatever it is. Okay. Then moving on to the second type of communication, non-verbal communication. Firstly, the basic communication kinds of communications are verbal communication, non-verbal communication. In verbal communication, it has two types. Oral communication and written communication. Then second type of communication is non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication refers to all external stimuli other than spoken or written words. So, what does it mean, external stimuli? External stimuli means anything from our outside environment. For example, vision, pain, and even pain and taste, smell. These all are external stimuli coming from our environment. It includes body motion, appearance, characteristics of voice. So body motions. What does it mean? Body motion. It is a posture. It's a kind of posture. I am standing in front of you, right? The direction of our body is considered as a body motion, and appearance and external outlook and characteristics of voice. Characteristics of voice includes tone, pitch and intonations. And simply, non-verbal communication is referred as sharing an idea without using words. Okay. It shares a message by using body languages like gestures, body proximity, posture, eye contact and even silence. Okay. For example, clapping our hands is considered as a non-verbal communication, and salute is a kind of non-verbal communication. It's a kind of paying respect to the officials. Okay. So in simply, the examples of verbal and non-verbal communication. Saying I am happy is verbal communication. Smiling to show happiness is called non-verbal communication. This is the example. See in this picture, saying I am happy is verbal communication, and in this picture, smiling to show happiness is considered as a non-verbal communication. Then moving on to the third topic, the process of communication. The process of communication consists of 8 elements: sender, encoding, message, channel, receiver, decoding. Okay. These 8 elements are involved in the process of communication. This communication process involves a sender who encoding a message and transmitting it to a channel to the receiver. Okay, to the receiver. Then the receiver decodes the message and send feedback to the sender. This whole process is disturbed or influenced by the noise. Okay, so this is a process of communication. And coming to the last topic, basic communication styles. There are 5 basic kinds of basic communication styles. People can communicate in different types based on their personalities and situations. For example, okay, passive communication styles. The passive communicators are always looking very sluggish. Okay, and there are people like very angry and speaking in a harsh tone. They are considered to be aggressive communicator styles. Here, there are 5 basic communication styles. Firstly, passive communication style, aggressive communication style, assertive communication style, persuasive communication style, assertive persuasive communication style. Firstly, moving on to the passive communication style. What does it mean, passive? Passive means not active. Okay, the passive communicators are always sluggish and they are not active. Okay, see, they always prioritize others over themselves. For example, the characteristics of passive communicators are they have always a soft voice and soft and hesitant voice, and they have poor eye contact during a conversation, and they avoid confrontation, which means argument. They avoid fight during the conversation, and difficulty in saying no. They always have difficulties in saying no to others. For example, when someone asks a passive communicator to choose a movie, he might reply like, "It's okay, I don't mind. You can choose the movie." See, they always prioritize others over themselves. The efforts are the people's need are always ignored. Okay. Then, unlike aggressive communicator. Passive communicators are very sluggish. And moving on to the second type, aggressive communicator style. The aggressive communication involves expresses thoughts and emotions in a dominating way. Okay, they might have hurt others' feelings also. For example, see here, this is the characteristics of aggressive communicator styles. They have a harsh and loud voice, and they frequently interrupts during the conversation. It is a very important characteristics in aggressive communicator styles. They always interrupt during the conversation. They cannot allow other people to share their own ideas and thoughts. They even blame or criticize others, so which might hurt others' feelings, and sometimes they might have using threatening body languages. The examples of aggressive communicator styles is when someone committed a mistake during a work, the aggressive communicators react like, "You never do anything right? Give it to me. Give that to me. I will handle it myself." See the heated up conversation. "You never do anything right? Give that to me. I will handle it myself." See, they are always dominating others and always prioritize themselves over others. Moving on to the third type of communicator styles, assertive communication style. Assertive, what does it mean, assertive? Assertive means expressing clearly and firmly the thoughts. Assertive communicators expressing their thoughts in a clearly and boldly, and as well as they are calm and steady in tone. During the conversation, they might have not hurt others' feelings. It is a very important figure in the characteristics, and they always keep good eye contact during the conversation, which shows their confidence in the level. The examples of assertive communicators are: "I respect your opinion, but I think we should try another way." See, in this statement, he respects others' opinion as well as he shares his own ideas towards the other person. And moving on to the next communication style, persuasive communication style. What does it mean, persuasive? Persuasive means to convince or influence others. The persuasive communicators always try to influence others during the conversation. For example, their characteristics are strong and convincing, using strong and convincing words, and explains ideas very clearly. Even a layman can understand their words. For example, "This product is eco-friendly and affordable. You should try it." See, in this sentence, they are politely conveying other people, and they are also convincing to use the product, because the product is eco-friendly as well as affordable. And the final topic is assertive persuasive communication style. It is a combination of assertive communication, clear and firm, as well as persuasive communication styles to convince and influence other people. Combining these two qualities and making this kind of communication style. For example, "I understand your idea, but I believe this plan will work better because it saves time and money." In this sentence, the speaker always understands others' opinion. "I understand your idea." He understands his other opinion, like assertive communicator, and he tries to convince the other people. "But I believe this plan will work better because it saves time and money." He giving good reasons to the other person. That's all. See, today we have seen kinds of communication, and process of communication, 5 basic communication styles. I am winding up this session now. Thank you.